Morning and Jai Hind students. I am Kanchan, your English teacher, and this time I have taken the chapter 6, the Browning version. Version means standard statement, and the writer is Terence Rattigan. Especially this short one-act play highlights the attitude of a teenage students towards his teacher. His comments are shocking because they are very close to reality. He imitates the voice of Mr. Crocker Harris. He calls the man almost inhuman and he is mortally afraid of his teacher. So let's discuss characters. So four characters are here. Frank, who is a young teacher of science. Mr. Crocker Harris, another elderly middle-aged teacher. Taplow, a student of 16 years old. Mr. Harris Crocker is his teacher, and Crocker Harris is his teacher. Mrs. Harris is here Mr. Crocker Harris' Mrs. wife. So the scene is set in a school. It is the last day of school. Taplow, a 16 years old boy, has come to do extra work for Crocker Harris and is still in the lower fifth. He is waiting for his promotion to the next higher form. So, as a rule, the class final results should be announced only by the headmaster on the last day. But Taplow complains that the rule is followed strictly only by Mr. Crocker, so he will have to wait until the next day because next day his teacher was going to tell about the distinction whether he would be promoted or not. At the same time, Frank, who is a science teacher, he comes to meet Taplow as Taplow was busy in doing his work. So he asks, do I know you? Then Frank says, no sir. Taplow says, no sir. Frank asks his name and he tells that my name is Taplow. So he asks, why are you sitting here? Then Taplow says that I am here to complete my work because I was ill and for that reason I could not complete my work. And my teacher, Mr. Crocker Harris, has given me assignment. On the basis of this, he will promote me. And he says that he is a very strict teacher and he says muck here. Muck means dirt, rubbish. तो ट्रेपलो सेज कि ये जो बुक्स हैं ये बहुत ही डर्टी होती हैं, रबिश थिंग होती हैं क्योंकि इनका अंदर का मीनिंग हम नहीं समझ पाते. मेनी डिफ़िकल्ट वर्ड्स आर देयर. और फिर फ्रैंक आस्क्स हिम व्हाट इज़ द रीजन why are you calling this a muck. So Taplow says, well, no sir, I don't think a play is a muck. Exactly, story is very nice as a wife murdering her husband and all that. I only mean कि I don't know Greek words that are here. And then when we don't know Greek words and the meaning of the difficult words, then our teacher just underline and they mention that it is wrong. So here, and then Taplow also says that if I would not have been given this extra work, then I would be here to be play. That I like to play golf. Frank also supports, yes, bad luck that you are here completing your work. Taplow says, well, I am not sure. तब फ्रैंक उससे पूछते हैं कि आर यू श्योर दैट यू विल बी प्रमोटेड आफ्टर completing this assignment. Taplow says कि no sir, I don't think that because you know very well Mr. Crocker Harris and he says that he is so inhuman. So Mr. Crocker Harris से जब मैंने पूछा था कि whether he will promote me or not, then he said no. तो फ्रैंक बहुत ही ज़्यादा सरप्राइज होता है. he is surprised listening this and he says no what. Taplow says and he imitates Mr. Crocker Harris' voice, deep voice, that my dear Taplow, I have given you exactly what you deserve. I have not less your marks. I have not increased your marks. So this is extra work because you were not present. तो वो इमिटेट करता है, कॉपी करता है क्रॉकर हैरिस की. Frank is appreciating, oh, you are very well, you have copied, and he says to copy it again. Then Taplo again says, my dear Taplo, I have given you exactly what you deserve, no less and certainly no more. तो Frank looking सेवर मीन्स थोड़ा सा स्ट्रिक्ट और डीपली ही इज सिंसियरली ही इज लुकिंग एट, नॉट इन द लीस्ट लाइक हिम, रीड दैट नाइस book and then be quiet. So here Frank, look what time did, so he asked what the time sir has given you. Then Taplo says 6:30. तो Frank कहता है कि 10 minutes late, he is late, you may move from here because very soon school will be off. तो टैप्लो कहता है कि नो आई कांट डू दिस बिकॉज मिस्टर क्रॉकर हैरिस विल बी एंग्री, आई डोंट वांट टू मेक हिम एंग्री. फ्रैंक सेज आई मस्ट एडमिट, एंड ही कहता है कि आई जिलस of him because you all the students you just scared of Mr. Crocker Harris and you don't fear of me. So he says, वो पूछता है कि क्या वो इतना मारते हैं. टेप्लो कहता गुड लॉर्ड नो ही इज़ नॉट अ सैडिस्ट, ही इज़ नॉट अ पर्सन हु feels pleasure by giving pain others. So while they discuss about Mr. Harris Crocker, and then Taplo answered many questions asked by Frank. Then Frank says, I don't know any boy who does not use that for his own purpose. And Taplo says, well, it is natural but not with the croc, Mr. Crocker Harris. Taplo कहता है मिस्टर क्रॉकर हैरिस जो हैं इज़ अ फनी थिंग एंड इन स्पाइट ऑफ एवरीथिंग आई डू रादर लाइक हिम. फिर वो कहता है once he spoke about a joke no one had understood, but many of them they didn't understand but they laughed. I also laughed. हम लोगों ने जोक नहीं समझा लेकिन फिर भी हम उनका रिस्पेक्ट करते हुए हम उस पर हंसे. वी लाफ्ड एट द जोक. टैप्लो फिर से उनकी कॉपी करता है और फिर कहता है टैप्लो यू लाफ्ड एट माई लिटिल जोक, आई नोटिस्ड, आई मस्ट कन्फेस दैट आई एम प्लीज्ड एट द एडवांस योर लैटिन हैज़ मेड सिंस यू सो रेडली हैव अंडरस्टूड. इट मीन्स कि टैप्लो केवल हंसता है whether he didn't understand the meaning of that joke because they wanted to please their teachers, all the other students also. So यहाँ पे at the sudden moment the door upright is pushed open and Millie Crocker Harris' wife, she enters. She is a thin woman in her late 30s, rather more smartly dressed than the general run of schoolmaster's wife. So she is smart in compare of other school teachers' wives. So she is wearing a cape कहते हैं loose garment and shrug type, and she carries a shopping basket also. She closes the door and she says hello, and then Frank come along Taplo. बट एट दिस टाइम फ्रैंक उनको नहीं देखता है, तो वो फिर से कहता डू नॉट बी सो सेल्फिश एज टू कीप अ गुड जोक टू योर सेल्फ, टेल अदर्स, दूसरों को भी जोक सुनाओ. जैसे उसको पता चलता है कि मिली आ गई हैं देन ही जस्ट स्टॉप्ड, वो वहीं पे रुक गया. फ्रैंक ओ हेलो मीन्स हेलो. मिली ऑल्सो आंसर्स यस हेलो. एंड देन टेप्लो सेज डू यू थिंक शी हर्ड, हमने जो बातें की थी, बिकॉज मिस्टर क्रॉकर हैरिस इज हर हस्बैंड. तो फ्रैंक कहते हैं यस शी वॉज स्टैंडिंग देयर क्वाइट अ टाइम, कुछ देर से वो थी वहाँ. तो टैप्लो सेज इफ़ शी डिड एंड शी टेल्स देयर गोज माई रिमूव, इट मीन्स कि आई विल नॉट बी प्रमोटेड बिकॉज शी विल टेल मिस्टर क्रॉकर हैरिस and then this will make sir to be angry. So I am not going to promote. So Frank says I am not going to be promoted. Frank says nonsense. He crosses to the fireplace. Millie takes the basket from the sideboard, moves above the table and puts the basket on it. Millie says टैप्लो वेटिंग फॉर माई हस्बैंड, तुम मेरे हस्बैंड यानी क्रॉकर हैरिस का वेट कर रहे हो. टैप्लो यस तो मिली कहता ही इज़ एट द बर्सर्स एंड माइट बर्सर कहते हैं फाइनेंशियल अफेयर ऑफ स्कूल. सो he says कि she says कि my husband is there and maybe he will be late. If I were you I would go. अगर मैं तुम्हारी जगह होती तो I would go to my home. Tableau says doubtfully he said most particularly I was to come. तो उन्होंने मुझसे कहा था कि मुझे आना ही है, अपना वर्क पूरा करना ही है. तो मिली कहती है वेल वाई डोंट यू रन अवे, तुम यहाँ से जा क्यों नहीं चले जाते हो, एंड कम बैक, चले जाओ फिर आ जाना. एंड यहाँ पे क्वार्टर मीन्स 15 मिनट्स, क्वार्टर ऑफ एन आवर मीन्स 15 मिनट्स. टैप्लो सेज सपोजिंग ही गेट्स हेयर बिफोर मी, अगर वो यहाँ में मुझसे पहले आ गए तो. मिली सेज आई विल टेक द ब्लेम, मैं ब्लेम ले लूँगी. देन शी गिव्स अ प्रिस्क्रिप्शन. प्रिस्क्रिप्शन क्या होती है, लिस्ट ऑफ मेडिसिन. एंड शी सेज कि ये मेडिसिन मिस्टर क्रॉकर हैरिस के लिए हैं, एंड गो एंड टेक दिस फ्रॉम द मेडिकल स्टोर. And Tableau says all right Mrs. Crocker Harris, and he crosses towards the door upright. So the place ends up here when Millie comes and she says that go and take these medicines till them Harris Crocker will come. Crocker Harris will come here. So this is about this drama that is based on teachers and their attitude, their behavior, and how their students they take. So thank you students. I hope you would have understood well. Thank you and Jai Hind.